In this video, I'm going to take you behind the scenes of a golden hour portrait shoot with Steve Gindler, aka Cvatik.
Hi, I'm Cvatik and I'm going to be shooting with the Sony a7R II. It's a mirrorless camera and I've got a Midicon 85 1.2 lens on here. And the other lens I'm going to be shooting with is a vintage Nikkor 55mm f1.2 manual lens adapted to the Sony. You're kind of at a 45-degree angle facing them, and so I can see the detail on the back of the dress. Yeah, and you're sitting with the dress in the kind of circle around you. Okay, perfect. Great, yeah, and just look at me like that. And we're gonna see how our framing looks. All right, so I have to get rid of this. This is blackmail. I hate nature. Die. All right, and I say put your hands down. And turn a little towards me, just a little bit. Perfect. Man bun problems. And let's try actually some hands near your face again for these last few. Same thing what you were doing before, I'm just gonna frame it a little differently. That's really beautiful. No, I think the same is better. Yeah. And it looks like it'll just stay. Yeah, I have the 55 1.2 on now. Trying to get as much of this archway as I can. Amazing. All right, we don't have to worry about doing that. The light might not actually be good for how I want to frame it because it's all coming from this side. Yeah.
We can come back to it at the end.
Yeah, let's try coming back to it when the lighting is a little better. Yeah. Lighting should always come first before framing, and you definitely have to learn to be patient. Like, I really want to take this shot right now, but the way the light is, it's not going to work out. It's too harsh. I don't believe so. But yeah, this looks good right here. If you could stand where Dan's standing right now, basically. Yeah. The thing about vintage lenses is even though they look great, anything backlit, there's so much haze and glare, you can barely use it. Especially when it's on an adapter. And I'm a man who loves his light leaks, but I don't love having to use the dehaze slider in Lightroom. The back of the dress that's in front of you right now, kind of push it a little to your right. So it's hiding the dirt. Yeah, that's perfect. I'm gonna throw on my Sigma 35 Art because it's the only lens I have that I can basically do anything backlit with. I've never had someone film any of my shoots before, so I think trying something jumping could be really cool. Okay, 3, 2, 1. The throw is perfect, but I think you have to try to jump higher. Yeah. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Your hair wasn't covering your face fully and I could see you laughing, so no. But the jump was better. The jump was better, and that's the part that matters. So everything's perfect other than you have to hide that you're laughing. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna take a look and see how they're coming out. Writing to memory card, unable to operate. Sony. I think we got it. I think we can move on. Yeah, cool. Let me try hiding the sun with this pillar. Actually, back off again like you were. And look at me. This is way better actually right here now that we're hiding it. That's cool. And then look at me. Making the bad lighting work. What if we try some stuff sitting?
Yeah.
I think we should move on. I'm not in love with it.
So I learned a lot watching Steve and Jess shoot that afternoon in the park. It's always very interesting to see how other photographers work. Particularly one thing that's interesting about Steve is that he shoots exclusively in natural light. He never uses flash or any sort of artificial lighting, not even a light switch if he's shooting indoors. So it was very interesting to watch him deal with the challenges of dealing with some pretty harsh light during golden hour. Be sure to follow Steve and Jess on Instagram. I've linked up both of their handles in the description. Also, if you like Steve's editing style, he does offer Lightroom presets for sale on his website. I'll also link that up in the description if you're interested in checking that out. Now let's take it back to Steve and Jess for the final send-off.
We'll see you soon, folks. This has been another episode of Dan Bullman Photography. Peace. I mean, I like the warmth, but I love me some clouds. God, I hate these things. Professional photographer, Steve Gindler.